Same. Baby, I'm out of it. Bitch, I'm out of it.
It's that girl Netta. Check her out.
All right.
Mercury Retrograde is her album. This is my favorite song. She has another single she dropped, but I'm gonna make her come drop it. Before I play it.
I'm out of it.
I'm out of my mind.
Trying to stay focused while out on my grind. Surrounded by niggas who figure they bigger than triggers. But when I start busting, I'm feeling like Optimus Prime. I'm not a transformer, but this heat that I pack will transform ya. I'm out of my zone, and when I start coming their way, motherfuckers start ducking the corner.
And you better duck quick.
Netta is not the one that you wanna fuck with. They taking out your haters like a fucking Terminator, cause I'm all about my paper. Come and try your luck, bitch. It's a disguise. What do you see when you look in my eyes? You think you the best? Well, let's take a test.
Lie detector test to determine that was a lie. That was my favorite part.
Alrighty, we are back live here in the Love the Jam Radio Studio. She Said Show 2.0, 2021. I'm your girl host, Super Duper _ Trump Rattler. And with guest host this evening, Epic My Aunt.
Hot Lights! I gave her a whole nother name. Please say the hot.
Already hot, Epic My Aunt.
Yeah.
We are joined on the ones and twos by Miss Lovey, the queen of all things. Indeed. Already. We had a marvelous intermission. I had a really good time. We stood outside, talked about some stuff that we're getting ready to land on you right now. So I hope you're ready. But before we get off into rumination, I just have one little quick question because I got some ladies in the studio. And this thought crossed my mind, and I just wanted to see what y'all thought about it. Are you single or are you married?
I'm single.
You single?
Sorry.
Ms. Lovey, are you single or are you married?
I don't believe in marriage, so it's a big single for me.
Big single for you. I also am single.
Okay. We 3 single bitches sitting on a head.
Well, something I just, I noticed today. I said, we have all of these different stages of like relationships. They're like, so what are y'all? Are we talking? Are we going together? Are you my boyfriend? Are you my girlfriend? Are you my boo? My bae? My dude? My old man? We got
all these labels. Yes. Ugh, I hate it here.
Yes. Yes. So I wondered, why do we have so many different labels in between single and married? I mean, either you off the market or you on the market. Am I right?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. I think that there's so many different labels because I feel this is my opinion, my perspective.
Right.
I feel like labels come with scripts. You know what I'm saying? So when persons fall into different labels, then it gives them the excuse or not the excuse to do certain things for another person. Like, you're expected. Like, oh, you're my boyfriend, so that means you only talk to me. You're only with me. You pay my bills. You do this. You do that. And these are the qualifications for that title to be held.
Hold on.
Okay. I'm just making examples. I don't know. Some everyone's different.
I'm about to say what's going on here.
Yeah. So same thing with being a wife. With being a wife, you're expected to do this and dress this way and say that and carry yourself like this. And it's like a script. All the shit comes with scripts. And that's why I reject it because, different men bring different sides of you out. Like some men make you want to be that, female and be able to thrive in your femininity. And some men, they're not there yet. So you still have to carry some of your masculinity into, you know what I mean? It just depends. But that's just my opinion.
Right. Okay. So let's say that you're with a guy, right? Mm-hmm. Or a girl, whatever you choose to do, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all are seriously dating. Like y'all are with each other every day. You go where they go where you go. You're always together. You see like freaking frag. You see me, you see them.
Freaking frag.
Right? Obviously somebody else is going to see you and they're going to come to their own conclusions and say, oh, they're probably in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. A romantic relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So if that's the truth and that's what it is, like when does I mean, in between that, like about how much time are you willing to give somebody in terms of that gray area before you either are back single or married?
Or what, are married?
Single.
Single or married? Okay, so for me, honestly, I feel like I'm still learning this. I feel like I'm still mastering relationships, or romantic relationships,
Mm-hmm.
period. um, and I don't really like the gray area. Like me, pretty much once we having sex and stuff, like you fuck me, you stuck with me.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so I have to be really careful about who I allow into my space.
Mm.
So I just got out of a relationship, and so I'm taking a year to myself to just get back to me, figure out. So when a dude do come in, I'm not swayed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not. This is what it is, and you got to come in on this thing. You can't. We not doing that. I have to teach you how to communicate, and we got
Gotta come whole.
most stuff you gotta already come with. The basics for sure.
Already. Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you for joining. It's my girl. What's going on, Shamaria? Hey, what's up, Garden too? Thank you for joining. Okay, as for me, I was posed with this question about a week ago or so. I'm sitting there and I got a phone call from a guy who was like, "Oh, I just love you so much. Are you in a relationship? Are you single?" I think he asked. Are you single? And I was like, well, I'm seeing somebody. And I was thinking to myself as I was saying that, man, like, I need to be off the market if I'm gonna be saying this.
Yeah, so
Right?
that's all them labels. Like, nah, once I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you, and you gonna be paying bills, and you gonna be doing a bunch of other stuff, and I'm gonna be doing a bunch of other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like
But let's say you were
that.
in the same situation
What?
and you received a phone call from somebody who was admiring you and want to get with you, right?
If somebody came at me like that right now, I would let them know, like, I'm not fucking with nobody. I'm not.
What if you were with somebody and you were in front of them?
If I was in a relationship with somebody
And
I got that phone
call,
like, I'll probably go off on their motherfucking ass.
how would
Like,
they
didn't
know?
I tell you? Oh, if I didn't tell them
Yeah,
and
they
it
don't
wasn't,
know.
because my Facebook said that I was in a relationship, and like, we probably wouldn't be out and about. You know what I'm saying? If I was in a relationship and my dude calling me, like, I don't know.
Would you say that you were
But if I
single
was,
or married?
nah, if
Or
I'm in a
you'd be like,
relationship,
I'm in a relationship.
if I'm in a relationship and somebody in my presence and my people call me, like, I'm gonna let them know.
Yeah, well, I said that I was seeing somebody, and I don't know. I think I kind of got a little heat for that. I don't know what I should have said.
You got heat from which side?
From the
The
inside,
person
yeah.
you seeing?
Mm-hmm.
What was the heat about? Because you claimed them.
That's what I thought too. I guess I don't know. Maybe that was
What?
our
Because
first
you was out with another
experience.
dude?
No, I wasn't out with anybody else. I was actually with him and got this phone
Oh,
call.
yeah.
Right. And so I thought I made the right, because it was a truthful answer or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe I didn't say it with enough.
Nah, hell, nah, ain't nobody about to be doing no extra shit and jumping through no extra ass hoops. I said that I'm seeing somebody.
I'm
like,
with somebody.
Yeah, like, what you tripping off of? I think that's some extra shit right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's some controlling because shit.
What's up?
That's my fault.
Deep leg.
Maybe that's some controlling shit.
I don't know. I think I answered it correctly.
What he wanted you to do? Suck his dick? Like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Like, damn. See, I told you I was with somebody.
You gotta say it sexy. I'm with somebody. Okay, so earlier today I did my budgeting. Do you budget?
Nah.
No.
I need to.
Yeah, Miss Lovey, you budget?
I need to.
I do. I budget to a certain extent. It's not as specific as I feel like it should be, but it's definitely general and broad.
What do you feel like holds you back from really giving it your all? Food. Yeah.
I be fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And I eat.
Yeah.
Every time.
That food does dip off into them extra funds. Do you budget?
Not really.
Yeah, I was
Not
doing
like
my
I need
budget
to.
today, and I was like, man,
Where does it go to?
oh man,
Food mostly.
Mostly.
Well, my issue is not necessarily food per se, but it's just that if I don't revisit my budget at least about twice a month, then sometimes I fall off target in terms of my savings and in my investing. Like I really want to get a lot better with my investing and my savings so I can really afford some of the things in life that I really want, like, a new home, a new car, be able to pay for my children's education, when it's time for them to buy a house. I'd love to write that check for that down payment, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't get my budgeting together today, I ain't gonna have it to spend when it comes time for the wedding, you know what I'm saying? Your kids get married or whatever, you want to be able to send them on their honeymoon, right? Or help them to buy that expensive ring for that girl or whatever they want to do, or if they want to, like I say, buy a house or buy a car or something. You want to be able, because that's what other people are doing, right? I know some people out there that when their kids buy a new house or whatever, they front them and then use it as that one annual year gift. Write it off their taxes, right? Right?
I guess.
Yeah.
This is my first time hearing of this.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a thing that happens when you have money. I know a lot of people don't have money most of the time, but I think a little bit of what Bow Wow said about broke chicks at the club every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's on to something. Like we do need to be more diligent, better stewards of our money because we do be making hella bread. Like sometimes, like I sit back and I be looking at some of my stuff. I be like, okay, young sister doing her thing. You know what I mean? And then other times I look at mine and be like, man, where did that dog go? Right. So I really just want to encourage everybody, all the She Shed Show listeners, to revisit your budget. If not twice a month, 4 times a month. Every week or whatever. Sit down.
So you do a monthly budget or a weekly budget?
Well, I try to revisit my budget too. I mean, the budget is ongoing regardless of whether I'm involved or not. Because whenever you do sit down and find out where you are with your money, that's the day that you visit your budget. Budget is there whether you there or not. Right? But I revisit my budget at least. I try to do it twice a month. Sometimes I only hit it once a month. There have been times when I haven't visited my budget for several months. And when I do visit, I'm like, whoa, what happened to all my money? I was doing so well. I had money saved. If a rainy day happened today, what will I do? I've had that feeling. So, just make sure that you get like, a really good idea of about how much money is coming in, about how much money is going out, and all that extra area in there. And that's not just play money, that's savings money, that's investing money. Have some goals financially or whatever so you can move to the next levels. She Shares Show listeners says super duper underscore trunk rattler. Make sure you go on to Instagram and make sure you follow me. I got all kinds of stuff I'll be putting up there all the time, quotes and art and pictures of moi. So make sure you check me out there on Facebook. I am Madre Supremo. I know it's a little bit of a different name or whatever, but it's the same person. I do the same thing there, pictures and information and news stories and stuff. So, it's a good way to get to know me. Super duper underscore trunk rattler, Madre Supremo. What about you, Epic My Eye?
So
some of your handles.
So my Facebook is Bianca Bianca Madison Madison. My Instagram.
Oh, you're Bianca.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we became.
I didn't know that was your name.
Yeah. Who you thought it was?
Girl, I don't know, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, y'all
it was not
now?
That.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm playing.
I thought you knew. I was just conversing with you. Okay.
Girl, I'm done.
Yeah.
So my Instagram is epic EPIC underscore MAAT my aunt, and also underscore MAAT underscore organics ORGANIX underscore
all right.
Instagram as well.
Now, have you followed the Love the Jam on Facebook and We Love the Jam on Instagram?
I think I follow Love the Jam everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all want to find her, she gonna be all up in them followers. You can find her there. You can follow her through Epic_my out on Instagram. You can catch her on Facebook at Bianca Madison. So get to know her. She posts lots of really, really cool stuff. And she's been a part of the She Shared show. So get to know her. She's awesome and amazing. I think I had went in last. Oh, you're welcome. I went in last week and told everybody about how important to me you are. So, if y'all know me, y'all know I know good people, and this is one of them. So, check her out. Rumination.
Now, probably rumination.
And you know what the root word of rumination is?
What is it? What is it? Dang. But cows do it when they regurgitate.
Yeah.
They eat, throw it up, swallow it, throw it back up again. And that's exactly what ruminating thoughts are.
Yeah, ruminating. They say it's easy to understand if like an animal constantly eating its own vomit. And just constantly just chewing it and chewing it and chewing it and just seeming like they never ever stop eating. And isn't that interesting that cows are the ruminators that they try to use for the example, and they are the one animal on this earth so huge and big, and they're complete vegetarians. Don't you think that's interesting?
I think I was probably at my thickest when I was a vegetarian.
I remember them days. I couldn't take you nowhere.
Throw that in a circle.
Shout out, little Ronnie. It's a pleasure meeting you recently. He was just at the Rip the Mic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up. What's up, little Ronnie? Okay. So the root word ruminant refers to animals that do regurgitate their food. An example of it is to make a dumb split decision, which kind of like results in like pain for you and maybe some people that that you love or you care about or or whatever, and then like the result really haunts you and embarrasses you, and you think about it over and over and over and over again. This is just an example. And then everybody who comes around you and to you, your family, your friends, you're constantly bringing it up. You're constantly talking about it. They start, the sun is blue today. I mean, the sky is blue today. And you're like, oh my God, it was blue like this when this terrible traumatic experience happened to me too. And then the next time you see him, you bring it up again some kind of way. And
hell, here she go with this shit.
Here she comes with the baby daddy issue. If you don't let that man go, right? Ruminating thoughts that just overpower everything. You're sitting in a room where you should be focused and engaged, and instead these ruminating thoughts are just running around and you're turning around in your head and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, that's just such a terrible failure on my behalf. I'm such a loser. I failed in that respect or whatever. What you can do if you ever find yourself lingering, having these ruminating thoughts, these lingering thoughts in your head, think positively. Start to think about yourself in that situation in a fantasy positive way. Like you were in that situation, but this is what you could have done to get out of it. Or this is what you could have done to prevent it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to think about the solution, the resolution, not just that it happened to you and that it was so traumatic. What do you think?
Yeah, not just ruminate, but reflect. Like, what are we going to do different next time so this doesn't happen?
Right.
Where'd you want to be really at the end of this, and start making steps towards that. One step at a time. And that's practical.
Right.
There's no such thing as instant gratification when it comes to too many things. And something like your mental health, it takes time. And it's okay,
It is.
You know, you can't beat yourself up. You know, feel however you feel, because you got to sit with your emotions. You got to process it, because it is real. The shit really did happen.
Yeah, it really happened.
You know, so, you know, there's a lesson and blessing in everything, though. You know, so you sit down and reflect on it and grow from it.
What would you advise somebody if they were having ruminating thoughts and they were getting, worse instead of better, even with your advice?
I mean, definitely seek out a counselor. You know, some type of mental health is the most undiscussed topic in our community, and it's serious. You know, shit, it's people that kill themselves behind ruminating thoughts.
That's right.
You know, and if those type of thoughts cross your mind, definitely call 911. You know, get help. This shit real.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Ms. Lovey. I appreciate that agreement. So, we talked a little bit about rumination. We talked about how long women be keeping these panties. Right?
This nigga's face.
Now, we talked about if you single or if you married and that whole gray spot in between there. We even gave some information about the upcoming election on November 3rd. Make sure that you get out there. If you're not registered, it might be too late for you to vote right now, but still get registered because there will be other elections coming around the corner. All of these topics are very important to us, our communities, our futures, and everything. So She Shares Show endorses all the voters to get on out there and exercise their right to vote. We talked about Lil Bow Wow and him capping on the plane, but they want to talk about broke chicks. He need to get on out there and take care of his business. And we talked a little bit about Boosie.
Badass.
He gonna beat the brakes off that boy. He better watch
him and his daddy. Him
and his brother. All of them, all three. He's gonna be like boom, boom, and boom for you too. So, did you have any shout outs before we move on? We're gonna end the show. I know it's time. Did you have any shout outs?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Love everybody. Everybody.
We sounded good right there. Man, we're finna get in the studio.
Girl, cut it out.
For real. I got some shout outs. Okay, so Ascending Entertainment been there for me, gave me a lot of work recently. I got some projects I'm working on. I don't know if y'all saw my little video that I did with Coffee Brother Tony Mac.
Yes.
And I was walking through the pool hall, doing all the stalking, was running and chasing and stuff. I don't chase bitches. Devin the dude already, Snoop Dogg, tagged them. I got a lot of good feedback. I'm really appreciative that everybody supported me in that. So shout out Coffee Brother Tony Mac, Ascending Entertainment, also Coffee Brother Ron. They've been really holding it down for me recently. I appreciate them. Superfood Village out there in Mo City off of Airport.
Hey, what's up, Blue?
What's up, Blue? That's my boy. Make sure you get out there and support him. Let him know She Shared listeners do support him.
Yeah.
Shout out my mama because I love her. I always give her a shout out because that's my girl. My cousin Christiana, thank you for coming. Rashad the Realist, he gonna be here on the 10th. I'm your girl, super duper _ trunk rattler. Thank you for watching the She Shared Show 2.0. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. right here. I Love You Jam Radio.